It's unfair flips, y'all. It's unfair flips. Guys, okay, so we were talking about whether or not dogs should be allowed in restaurants or not. Now, one person said, hell no. One family brought their dog into the restaurant, it pooped on the floor, and then they left without paying. I'm really concerned about, the game's going to get picked up any second here by OBS, I can tell. I'm really concerned that we're losing our ability to correctly discuss things, divorced from made-up stories, okay? Whether or not dogs should be allowed to be in a restaurant, we can't let the discourse be determined by one person that you made up who is just evil. Oh, you think dogs should be allowed in a restaurant? One time an evil person brought their dog into the restaurant and did evil. Ergo, all dogs should never be allowed into restaurants. That's not right, man. That's not right. You got there's different things here. Should your dog poop on the floor of a restaurant? No. Should you leave without paying in a restaurant? No. These are separate issues. Can good doggos, heckin' big chonkers go in the restaurant? I got no quarrel with them, man. They're mammals just like me, I think. I got no problem. If you got a heckin' good boy, bring it into the restaurant. See if I give a fuck, man. I don't care. Puppers are allowed, doggos aren't. I got to think about that. I'm not 100% sure about the parlance. I was thinking about, oh, wait, maybe we'll just win? Nah, never mind. I was thinking about, like, just restarting the game. And can I tell you, this is the meta game within the game. The reason I kind of wanted to restart is because I saw Dan play this morning, but he held himself at 30%. I didn't see how it went because I had to get off the bike, but I feel like if he's going to hold himself to 30%, I got to do it again and hold myself to 25. And the reason I would do 25 instead of 20 is because I want him to feel like he has to go to he has to go one further. He has to go to 20. Do it? YouTube, should I do it? You don't have any say here. You don't have any say here. Rapidly press escape 3 more times to reset the game. Oh, we can't even go back now, man. We can't even go back. Huge. Oh, snap. This is big, man. This is big. Oh, my God. I regret it. My coin flips so slowly now. It flips so slowly, dude. Oh, my God. I mean, we gotta go. Flip time right off the bat. That's a given. That just can't hold. That's too much. Never-ending content. Imagine! Oh! You can press space instead of clicking. Oh, that's huge. That's gonna save my wrist, man. Listen, I'm not so pure of spirit that I would not take any upgrades. I'm not that ascetic, okay? But I'm gonna stop it at 25 because my man Dan stopped it at 30, okay? So I'd like to upgrade the coin's worth. You'd be stupid not to get that, and you'd be stupid not to take your 25 right off the bat. I get why you play the lottery now. Act broke, stay rich. I literally won the lottery last night. One more free play. I know what you're going to say. NL, it seems sus that you keep winning so many free plays. I don't know, man. I guess, I'm just fucking good. I'm just fucking good at it. I'm good at playing the lottery. I'm good. My body is a machine that turns 2 lottery tickets into 1 lottery ticket. I'm sorry to say. I might just be built a little bit different. Just give me the 25 cents. That's all we need. I let them pick the numbers too. And honestly, maybe that's my problem. I mean, they've been winning me a lot of free tickets, but maybe I would have won the jackpot by now if I picked my own. You know what would be fucking huge aura? To pick your own lottery numbers and just run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 every time. Imagine. It's no less likely, bro. It's no less likely, but it feels less likely, so it gives you aura. Hey, NL, just got my first job in Vancouver. Where do I eat first? Okay, 1 second. Don't answer where you work, but you can answer what neighborhood your job is in, and then we'll answer your question. This is from Viper. Burnaby? That's not Vancouver, bro. I'm sorry, I don't know shit about Burnaby. You should eat at some Korean restaurants. They got great Korean restaurants. You should go eat at Bong Restaurant in the North Road Plaza. Get the Tong Su Yuk and Champong combo and tell them NL sent you. They'll go, who the hell is that? But I'm there on occasion. Yeah, stop distracting me. I'm playing the game. By the way, I have a chatter who works at a cool Vancouver. Sorry, I shouldn't say I have a chatter. I don't want to imply possession, okay? There is a chatter, whether they're still here or not, that works at a cool Vancouver bar/restaurant. And I remember it because they told me, and then I looked it up and I said, that place looks cool. And then I just saw that they also got a fucking fake, not fake in a bad way, but like a Michelin star, but not for restaurants, but for bars. They got like 2 cocktail napkins or something from the governing body that gives good bars, Bib Gourmands. And I was like, damn, my chatter might be the GOAT. And then I was reading an article in the Globe and Mail about like, a lot of restaurants these days don't have dress codes. They just let the servers wear whatever they want, and it looks cool. And that fucking place was in that article too, bro. This chatter is all the way up, man. This chatter is getting national media coverage. I don't know if they were quoted in the article, but the chatter must be cool, man. Cooler than me. Cooler than all of us. Sorry for that burp, by the way. Hang on, I didn't realize I was so breaded. There you go. No, like statistically speaking, there must be, I mean, especially now that we just got a raid, I'm assuming there must be at least one one-time Big Brother winner / 2-time Big Brother contestant in the chat right now. So I think we've definitely got some famous celebrities watching, but if they're smart, they'd be quiet because the environment is not conducive for you to, be out there right now. Tall poppies get cut. Flip this. Dan, I want you to know, so I'm not necessarily throwing down the gauntlet. Here's what I would say. I would say I'm lightly poking the bear. I had a run that I was literally one flip away from winning, but then I said, you know what? I'm on 55% heads chance. And I saw Dan play this morning, and he's on 30% and refusing to upgrade any further. And I said, you know what? Not to be outdone, I ran it back without even winning. I reset all of my progress and put myself down to 25. You inspired me. So you're trying to one-up him? Yes, but it's the great kind of, it's a Joker kind of one-up, because I also left him a little bit of space. He could stay at 20 if he wants. He could restart and stay at 20. If he thinks he's got it. If he thinks he's got it, then why not, man? Clip this. At 2 flips a second, estimated time to completion is 101 hours. Good. That means we don't have to think about what to put on the docket for a bit. Plus, I think I can do 3 flips a second. I just need my flip time to come down a little bit. This cost us Lies of P DLC. I'm sorry to tell, so Lies of P, most underrated Souls game of all time. People don't play it because it's based on Pinocchio. I don't know why it's based on Pinocchio. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's an amazing game. It's better than Dark Souls 2. It's not better than any of the other Souls games, but it's better than Dark Souls 2. And that makes it still really good. It's really good. But I'm sorry to tell, I think From games are in a temporary lull, man. And I'm basing that entirely on nobody on YouTube wanting to watch Night Rain at all. I think temporarily we're in a From Valley instead of a From Mountain. There's no way you beat this today? Stop teasing me. You're telling me I could carry this into the weekend? I do feel cooler hitting the spacebar instead of clicking, by the way. 100%. 100%. Okay, we need to lower our flip time for sure. Did you see that? I lowered it in the air so we got a better chance for heads. Brother, it's literally Wednesday. Okay, we're both wrong. What's that tweet that's like, she went to fill a prescription, and then the lady said, we don't sell magazines, and then she said, bitch, that's a subscription, we're both stupid. You know the one I'm talking about? You had me checking my phone? I had to reply to that email because I rescheduled a meeting like a month ago. And I didn't really, I guess, read the email the whole way through when I rescheduled it. So I said, yeah, Friday at 3 is great. And then he emailed me and was like, just so you know, I asked you to do Thursday at 3. But if you want to do Friday at 3, that's fine. And I said, thank you for emailing me back. I'm stupid. Friday at 3 would be better for me because I've been living for the past month with that on the calendar. Thank you so much. That's Pog type shit. Exactly, man. Hold. Big sponsor meeting with Disney. They're looking, I don't want to tip my hand, they're looking for an apolitical guy who has appeal to both sides of the political spectrum to replace Jimmy Kimmel. And I'm on the short list. I'm on the short list of apolitical comedians that are perfectly adapted to the present incendiary type situation. I don't want to brag. You got to do the Trump voice? Yes, but I have to do it in a way where both sides think I'm doing, like I need one side to think like, oh, he's doing it because he loves this guy and his awesome voice. And I need the other side to be like, he's doing it because he hates this guy and his stupid voice. I need, and it's tough to nail the balance. It's really tough to nail the balance. Rocker Trump would work, but that's Ghibli's bit. I can't, well, maybe I could steal it. Maybe I could steal it for a good cause, for profit. You're a Marxist? I'm literally not. I think duck soup is overrated, bro. I think that's the kind of shit that was like, is funny in like 1906, but it hasn't really aged well. I'm kind of like an old school comedian though, so I get it. I really think Old School is like one of the funniest movies ever made. Nyak, nyak, nyak. Boom, do you, why I oughta, wow, 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 bonk. Those were the fucking days, man. Those were the fucking days. They got so many good moves. The eye poke blocker, winding up a fist and then poking them in the eyes with that's misdirection. That's classic. That's classic. I'm off the pen. Don't tell her. Let's put it that way. The Line-Up Slap. That's another good one. You like Spinal Tap? It's legit one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, for sure. But I don't think I have it in me to see the sequel. Bro, that's a wall of tails. Are you seeing that? Get used to it. That's true. You have 27 top 10 favorite movies? Honestly, that's the way it should be, bro. That's the way it should be. You should have like 1 to 5 favorite movies of all time, 25 top 10s, 500 top 100 movies, and then like 10,000 top 250 movies. This is it. Oh. I haven't seen a movie in 3 years. Do you think this is... I want to know why you typed it. Are you typing it because you think that's good? Or are you typing it because it's remarkable? Because not watching a movie in 3 years is fairly remarkable. To have not seen a movie in 3 years is kind of surprising. I just like to type. I mean, you're just sharing your experience. I ain't mad at you. Is Amadeus top 10? That's in my top 100. I think I'd have to see it again to say if it's one of the 250 in my top 100, I would say. I don't know if I'm comfortable making it one of the 50s that's in the top 10, though. Norbit? Norbit's one of the 10,000 that's in the top 250. I'm sorry, Norbit is not good, but it's like the sum of its parts is more than the whole. The movie on the whole is really bad, but Turkey Ass and the Turkey Ass callback is really good. Hang on, guys. I got to upgrade the base worth of the coin. We're almost in there. I need your thoughts on The Town. That's a top 1,000 movie of all time. I would give it a 4.5 if I had to say. I've seen The Town twice. I enjoyed it immensely both times. It's ass. It's actually not ass. It's just not as good as Heat. But very few movies are. Heat's probably one of the 50 movies that's in my top 10. What about Parasite? Top 50 movie for sure. You a Eugene Levy person? I have a complicated relationship with Eugene Levy that is one-sided because he doesn't know who I am. He's done amazing comedic work. And I'm not just talking about the movies, because if you grew up in Canada, you watched a fuckload of SCTV reruns on Comedy Central when you were homesick from school. And the dude has been doing great work in comedy for like 50 years. On the other hand, and a man's gotta eat, okay? But on the other hand, he did also do like 9 American Pie movies, including like 5 of them after the rest of the cast stopped being in them, and it was like just Eugene Levy in the movie, which is crazy for a franchise to still be going with the only main cast member being Jim's dad. That's insane to me that they could somehow, even coming out direct to DVD with that stuff is crazy. You're right. Thanks for the backseating. We need some flip time bonuses here. And then, I think that Schitt's Creek is pretty good. But now he's doing a lot of ads on Canadian TV. And there's a part of me that's like, I think that was really good. I must be getting better. I'm pushing back on the idea that someone can be overexposed just for being in a lot of movies. I think that we're conflating two different kinds of overexposure. If you're in a lot of movies, and especially if the movies are like pretty good, I'm happy for you. I don't consider that to be overexposed. But if you're in like a few movies, but then you're in a few advertisements, that's where I start to go like, I mean, no disrespect to Eugene Levy, but I don't need you selling me like a reverse mortgage. Actually, I think to be fair, I think he's doing ads for like the Prostate Cancer Foundation. So maybe I shouldn't be like lumping him in with Ryan Reynolds and his Tim Hortons ads or something. But you know what? I decided Eugene Levy's all right. Plus, he's in Waiting for Guffman. Plus, he's in Best in Show. I'm not going to lump him on that one. Thoughts on Ron Livingston? I like him. Ron Livingston to me is he's lining up to be the next Paul Rudd. And I've told you, so what I just said about not being mad at someone for being overexposed, if they're just in movies but not in ads, that goes against my current Paul Rudd opinion, which is like, he has a lot of goodwill, but he's starting to burn it down with all this Ghostbusters nonsense. Now, maybe the Anaconda remake will bring it back because it seems very self-aware, but every Ghostbusters reboot that he does, it takes a point out of 10 off. I think Ron Livingston, funny guy, famous in the 90s, looks fucking good for his age, like has aged, but has aged so gracefully that he actually like looks better now than he did when he was younger. Ron Livingston is lining up. If I were Paul Rudd, I'd be pretty scared right now. I'd be pretty scared right now if I was Paul Rudd. That's all I'm gonna say. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Kind of late on this, but can you explain your European house bit? Well, there's all our upgrades. Now all we have to do is press space. The rest of the game's on autopilot. My European house bit is like entirely based on sitting around with my parents and watching cheap European, I think the show is called like Cheap European Relocation or something like that. And it's all about Irish people who want to move to Spain. And then they're like, I want to move to Spain, but I don't want to pay a lot of money. So then they look at these houses that are like the kitchen doesn't even have a fridge, man. And then after they look at the house, they always do this bullshit where the realtor's like, why don't you take a guess on how much it costs? And they say something insane. They go, I reckon about £1 million. I reckon it's about £1 million. And then they go, actually, it's on the market right now for £27,500. And they go, what? Oh my God, how is this even possible? So I didn't mean to necessarily insinuate that nobody in Spain has a fridge. But some of these houses I've seen in Spain, I understood why they're so rude to North Americans, man. Because they're jealous of our huge fucking fridges. They're jealous of our fridges that can hold like a lot of shit in them. And that's fine, but like, there's no need to be rude. Like, you could just maybe this is forehead, but you could just get a big fridge. We're jealous of your paper walls too? Bro, that's Japan. My house is made out of wood. It's not made out of paper. You got me confused with Sengoku era Japan, man. Who you got, Rams or Niners? Conventional wisdom would say the Rams, given that everybody on the 49ers is injured right now, and that's why I'm saying the Rams. I'm going to be going with the Rams on that one. If we're talking money line, if we're talking the spread, I don't know, what's the spread? Rams by 13.5? Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold. One sec, I don't want to fuck this up. I shouldn't have, I got off rhythm. Threw me off my stroke game. Look at this. If I were a game dev, I would be crashing out. We just played torso tennis for 2.5 hours. I had a good time. I think it's a very cool game. Chat was talking about what they're going to have for lunch. Now we're playing a game where you flip a coin over and over, and everyone in chat's like, holy shit, he's gonna fucking do it, man. He's gonna do it. He's never gonna do it. He's doing it. Huge. Oh, there was 0 frame too. Sometimes less is more. I mean, you know what? You could bend over backwards trying to come up with a description of what a game is or what a game should be. If it's fun, it's a game. Sorry. Everything's a game. If you're having fun doing it, it's a game. It's that simple. I don't decide if something's a game and then decide to have fun with it. I work backwards. Am I having fun? It's a hell of a game. What if someone had fun killing people? That's not fair. That's not fair for you to... There's got to be... That's a fallacy, right? That's like appeal to John Wayne Gacyism or something. This is a 1 in 1 million chance. That's fine by me. I'll just do 1 million tries. How do you think YouTube's going to feel about this one? That's up to them. I think some people will get it. I think this is peak YouTube wait for librarian compilation of the banter. Because on YouTube there's a Twitch has sort of the same thing. But I feel like the culture on YouTube is more like, and I don't mean this in an insulting way, because I understand the impetus that leads to this. But on YouTube, the culture is more, I'm going to cram as much content into my brain as quickly as possible as I can. I want to watch content as efficiently as possible. I want to put a synopsis. Take the 5-hour stream, cut it down to 30 minutes, and I'll watch it on 2x speed. That's what, because then I could get more content into my brain. Like for some reason, they're all Tai Lopez. Rather than reading a book, they would rather read like 15 synopsis of novels and then be like, look at how well read I am. I know what happens in the story. Twitch is more like the radio, you know? It's like you can't speed up the radio. If you're putting on the radio, it's just to add a little ambiance and atmosphere to your environment. If someone was like, can you stop yapping on the radio and get to the song? People would be like, you need to get Apple CarPlay. You need to get Apple CarPlay. The point of the radio is just to have something, you know, it's invisible airways crackle with life. Lights and anatona with the energy. You know what I'm talking about? Emotional feedback on timeless wavelengths, bearing a gift beyond Christ, almost free. Do-do-do-do. Not really. It's Rush. Listen to the radio sometime. It's beyond price, huh? It's not beyond Christ. I thought the dude loved music so much he was like, it's better than God. Bearing a gift beyond price. Okay, I could see that. Beatles ass line. You know, I really like the Beatles, like a lot. No offense, Justin. I might be the first person to ever say this, that the Beatles are pretty good. But it is funny that, like, John Lennon is, it's like, if you, the way you listen to, like, boomers talk about John Lennon, it's like he's the bravest songwriter of all time. And then like something like Revolution comes on, which has a hell of a fucking, like, it's a great song. And that whole song is basically like, you say you want to change the world, but then you want me to do something, and I'm not going to do that. If you want money for pictures of baby do, I'll tell you, buddy, I'll be staying home. Don't you know it's going to be all right? Dude, literally every single thing, he's basically like, don't worry about it. But I put it on the fucking playlist because it's fucking sweet, man. The song's got a hell of a riff. It could be, maybe it is ironic. Maybe he was being self-aware or making fun of people. I don't know. Let's ask him. That's not fair. I feel bad about saying it. It's been 45 years, but still. Any second now. First to occur. Canucks raise the cup or the big one hits. Honest answer, that's not Cope. Canucks raise the cup. And I'm not even saying it's going to happen in my lifetime. But the odds of winning the cup at base levels is like 1 in 32 or something, or is it like 1 in 34 now? From what I understand, you can't really predict when earthquakes are going to hit, except for like a minute before them. But then, like, I think they said there's a 10% chance it could happen in the next 50 years. Shit, that might mean the big ones more likely. Now that I'm doing the multiplication, and I'm like, that would be, no, because that would be like 2% a year. Am I stupid, or is that right? My brain is telling me that's a 2% chance annually. Or is it, no, it's a 50% chance of 2% annually, so 1% annually. They've both been 1 year away forever. Okay, that's a funny joke, but nobody who knows ball thinks the Canucks are a year away. Maybe after the 2024 playoffs. Someone might have said it, but... Hold. They have Thatcher Demko? That's true, for now. I don't want to brag, I saw him in line for Lee's Donuts on Granville Island once. God, I'd give anything to go back. If I could go back, I'd say, Thatcher! Thatcher, stop riding your skateboard over the cobblestone, you're gonna twist your knee. Thatcher, you're gonna fuck up your knee forever. Stop doing tricks on your Razor scooter on Granville Island, bro. The streets are so fucking rickety. Oh, man. He would have said something like, are you silly? I'm just gonna send it. I saw you at the gorilla exhibit at the San Diego Zoo once. Yeah, that was me. Odds are that was me. I've been to the gorilla exhibit at the San Diego Zoo, and I stood there for a while. Because I don't know, man, it's fucking funny. I don't know what to tell you. Watching them throw whole cabbages at the gorilla, and then this like 1,000-pound muscled beast is just standing next to the glass eating a whole head of cabbage is fucking funny, man. It's so funny. I am aware if he wakes up, it's over. Exactly. I'm aware of that. Don't get me, I'm not saying like, look at this idiot. I'm just saying like, that's fucking funny. It's like seeing the Babadook eating a sandwich or something like that. Like, There's something disquieting about the level of danger that this creature poses versus like the demure way they're consuming a meal that's like like 1 calorie right now. Also, I had a question. I was going to start with this, but I forgot. But thank you for reminding me. Anyone here work a real job? And I don't mean a real job where you work from home. I mean a real job where you have to dress in like a suit. Because I have a theory, and my theory is that you get a ton of aura from eating fast food in a suit. Like if you're eating fast food in casual clothes, people are just like, oh, he's just hungry. He just needs a quick meal while he's on the road or something like that. Or maybe he's a slob. But if you're like in a suit, people are like, oh shit, big businessman. Big businessman at the Wendy's. Probably on his way from like closing a merger and acquisition, on his way to brokering like some venture capital for another. It's the exact opposite. No shot, bro. No shot. They literally just think you're eating lunch. Yeah, but they're like, who's that guy eating lunch in a suit? What's his deal? Only you overthink things? What do you mean okay, so here's my problem with describing overthink. The idea is that like if I stopped thinking about this, I would have so much more brain space to dedicate to fucking what? To fucking what? Thinking about more boring shit? I'm a free thinker, bro. I don't want to turn this bitch off. I want to keep it going. We will not be watching the new Peacock series, The Paper. We'll be thinking about trying to clear our schedule so we can watch the 6-hour-long Paul Thomas Anderson film, one battle after another, okay? You just don't get it. Truth nuke. Truth nuke, normalize pooping. Not you demonizing somebody for pooping. Go poop, streamer. It's literally normal. You have to poop to stay alive. Team me up for some Queens anecdotes. Kilburn, what's the #1 restaurant downtown for Queens students these days? Or like when you were still a student? Trying to think of where people were going when I was a kid. The Toucan, dude, that's some things never change. I'm proud the kids are all right, man. The kids are all right. We were going to the Toucan like crazy. We were going to the Toucan all the time. Angkor Wat, really good, really good. People don't believe me when I say that Kingston has like the best Cambodian food I've ever eaten in my entire life. All because one dude started like 8 restaurants there. Mogged. What's Cambodian food like? It's kind of like Thai food, but more hipster, because everyone knows about Thai food, so you just describe it as Cambodian instead. Spacebar is feeling good, man. Thank you for asking. A game where you don't even have to look at the screen to play it is huge, man. Dan's chat this morning could not handle this game. What were they saying? I could only see him flipping from my computer. I couldn't see what they were saying in chat. Yes, we could. Are you saying someone's spreading misinformation? It was exactly the same as your chat from when you played this. That makes sense. Hold. You need to rehydrate. There were a couple of people saying stuff like this isn't even really a game. Well, I'm not going to shadow box some people that actually exist. I'd rather make someone up. But like, I do, and I'm not trying to flanderize myself. It just is happening naturally as people reward me for behaving in a predictable way. And that reinforces and informs the behavior I make in the future. But like, people are like, it's going to take you 300 hours to beat this? Okay. Like, what's the, is there supposed to be some kind of emotion attached to that mathematical observation? Or are you just like passing information on? I don't understand. Okay, it's going to take 300 hours. So what? It's just a statement? I mean, I guess that's how people talk these days. It literally could take like 10 seconds, by the way. We could just do it right now. Have you been to Barcadia on Princess Street? I have once. I have once been to Barcadia on Princess Street. Yes, I have. No. See, you don't get it either. You think you get it because you're on my side, but you don't get it either. You said something like, this could take you 300 hours. Guy who's on his 5th playthrough of Persona 5. You're making up a guy. Like most guys that are made up, that guy does exist, but we have to say he doesn't exist because we don't have proof that he exists. We don't know who the guy is. We know he's out there, but we don't know which motherfucker it is when we're in the crowd. We know there's one of them there somewhere, but we don't know which one. But you don't fucking get it because it's also fine to play Persona 5 for 300 hours. That's also fine. That doesn't make them worse than me for flipping the coin. It's all the same. The whole point is that it's all the same. This is Persona 5. This is Uma Musume. This is jogging. This is jerking off. This is everything, bro. Everything's real and fucking nothing's real. You don't get it. I regret that. It might not be Uma Musume. There's a little strategy in Uma Musume. What are we doing? We're embracing oblivion. In a world where everything is trying to overstimulate you, capture your attention, restructure the algorithm so you spend more time watching, we're making the most radical choice you can make in your entire life with the limited amount of time you have on the planet. Deliberately watching something that is understimulating. We're rebuilding our brains. We're taking off the mind jack that Zuckerberg has had on us for 15 years. We're literally Morpheus. Okay, well, you're Morpheus. Okay, you're in the chair. Have you seen The Matrix? Morpheus, you're in the chair. The agents have just left the room to let you stew in your fucking sweat for a little bit. And then Neo and Trinity pulled up in the chopper. And they're going, get up. Every time I flip the coin, that's me going, get up, Morpheus. Get up. And now you're in the chair going, because you remember the way he fucking looked when he was in the... And he's got his veins are popping out of his forehead. And he goes, Aah! Bro was sweating, man. Bro was seriously sweating. Then he does get shot in the foot. Yeah, he does get shot in the foot. I think type A chatters have a disease. They ain't heavy, man. They're my brother. Because the thing is, people keep trying to make like mega bonk arguments happen. And I had to go into the Discord and say, people trying to start mega bonk discourse is proof that man was wired to fight. It's in the genome. I think we already knew that, but this is like, it's laid out as undeniable proof positive. It's fun, honestly. It doesn't matter. Your comment was really good, Magresta, where you said it looked like some shit the killer's son would play on Law and Order. That was really good. I may use that myself. Let me see one. So this comment's interesting. I'm sorry, this is literally exploiting variable reward psychology. This is the type of thing that makes rats shock themselves to death. It's not exactly reading Proust. Okay, listen, I haven't read Proust, but I've seen Little Miss Sunshine, so I think I know a little bit about it. And honestly, the rats aren't shocking themselves to death. The scientists are making the rats shock themselves to death. So leave the rats out of this. The rats haven't done... Ratty boy, back me up. Are you here? Confirmed. Ratty boy, get him. They shouldn't be doing that shit to rats. Plus, I can't read Proust because I don't speak French. By the way, shout out to France. Shout out to France. Baguette. Top 2 bread to put around a sandwich. And it might not be number 2. I got to think about it. Because focaccia is up there too. It's focaccia and baguette as far as I'm concerned. I think that's it. I don't know which one's first and which one's second. Ciabatta? No shot. That's a mid-2000s sandwich choice. Brioche? I'm not really fucking with brioche, honestly. It's too... I'm not... All bread is delicious, okay? Even sweetbreads. But I'm not a brioche guy. I find it a little too cakey. Panini? Panini's not a bread, bro. That's multiple Italian sandwiches. Fraud exposed. What about a panino? Hi, I'm Panino. I like a sandwich that announces itself. Like the brother of the restaurant owner on Kitchen Nightmares. You know what actually would be fucking sick? And I would do it if I didn't think that I would get DMCA'd in like 3 seconds. Knowing we're gonna be here for a long time, potentially. Putting like a little bar rescue window in the bottom right corner and just watching bar rescue while we press the button. That would be sick. That could be kind of awesome. Could be the best content ever made. I don't really think I want to... I know Bar Rescue is a Paramount series because when we had our daughter, I would put on Bar Rescue on TV, and they would... Every 30-minute episode of Bar Rescue literally had a 2-hour time slot because every commercial break, they would play like 8 to 12 minutes of advertisements for other Paramount shows. And it was always this, it wasn't like a trailer, like watch Tattoo Rescue tonight on Paramount. Every single one was like a 2-minute clip from the episode, and it was the same clip over and over. Anyway. So I don't want to fuck with Paramount, because aren't they like, they probably have full access to Palantir's back end now. They kissed the ring. So that they could afford South Park or whatever. Life's fucking twisted, man. They're gonna tell John Taffer your browsing habits? They should put John Taffer on Queer Eye. He should... It should be Jonathan, Anthony, the fashion guy, the home decor guy, Karamo, and then John Taffer. Tan can teach you how to dress. Bobby can redecorate your place, and John Taffer can teach you how to save your failing bar. John Taffer can teach you how to stop shoving the glass into the ice bucket because you're gonna kill somebody. There's gonna be glass shards in the ice! Shut it down! They need him. They need him on that. You need to measure your pores, bro. You're pouring your profits down the drain. Hey, Cario Mart, thank you for the bits, by the way. I think it might be the first time I've ever said that sentence. Thank you for the bits. Could be good, man. Could be good. Why is he shouting? John Taffer has... His blood pressure is so high that if he ever stops being angry, the resulting loss in blood pressure will lead to brain damage. He has to stay mad. It's like crank, but for anger. If he ever isn't angry, he'll pass away. He's a crank type individual. What's the PB? I think we're on 6. I think we've gotten 6. Seven? Holy cow. Maybe 7. You hit 28 tails in a row and didn't even notice? Okay, this bitch of a planet we're on is hurtling through space at like 15,000 kilometers a second or some shit like that, and I could care less, to be honest with you. Is that true? Is it 15,000 kilometers per hour or per second? They're both really fast. By the way, so here's the thing. Lots of people corrected me saying, you mean couldn't care less. But here's the thing. Couldn't care less has nerd vibes, and could care less rolls off the tongue with so much more fire and brimstone. It's one of those things where I'm like, I know that couldn't care less makes sense, and could care less. Well, you know what you know what it actually is now that I'm thinking about it? Couldn't care less almost sounds like you're making an effort to not care. You're like, I'm not caring as hard as I can, and I don't want that. I want something that I want to imply that the shit that you're talking about is so boring that I'm not even exerting any effort whatsoever to not care about it. It's so boring to me that I could care less if it was worth putting a single bit of effort into not caring, but it's not worth it. That's how little I fucking care about it, is that I could care about it even less if it was worth thinking about for even 1 extra second. That's why I use could care less, okay? Now, that being said, on accident makes you sound like a fucking rube, okay? Things don't happen on accident. They happen by accident or accidentally. On accident is not right. And things are not, the only things that are addicting are flash games. Flash games can be addicting. Everything else is addictive. Only flash games can be addicting. Everything else, a substance, is addictive. What are these weird hills he's defending? I'm defending the right to just be one guy who realizes that you'll never have every right opinion, no matter how hard you try. No matter how much Reddit you read, you'll never echo complete consensus. So you might as well be weird. You might as well speak from the soul, man. You look like a mid-level software engineer. That's actually a compliment. Even though you put a -2 in there, that's a compliment. Mid-level is probably the best type of software engineer you get, because you get paid more than a junior dev, but unlike a senior dev, you still get to write code instead of just designing the architecture and conducting meetings. It should, the bliss of a mid-level software engineer. You wouldn't fucking get it, bro. You wouldn't understand. Just put the heads in the bag. All right, be careful what you wish for. I'm calling my shot. 10 right now. 10 right now. You flinched. 10 right now. Right now. Put a rack on it. Put a rack on it right now. What is it? One in a million? Put a rack on it. Sorry, y'all. I hope you didn't get a chance to put a rack on it. What's a rack? Did we go through this? A rack is 1,000, right? What's a band? Is a band also 1,000? Ghibli. Ghibli, rock and roll, Trump. That's me, I'm rock and roll Trump, Ghibli. A band is 100? That's nothing, man. Why are people flexing a band? Oh, a band is 10,000. It is funny, Chivli. Chivli said, imagine getting your ass beat and then looking up and the dude is toe walking away. If I ever beat someone's ass, that's what they'd see. I'd be like, and stay down. You might never recover, man. You might never recover from getting smacked on the bottom by a fella like me and then watching him T-Rex walk away. Oh, man. Could be sick, dude. Could be. Maybe I should start beating some ass, man. Maybe I should go fucking crazy. Maybe I should go insane. Maybe I should lose my motherfucking mind, man. Anyway. How you doing, Chibli? Chibli, by the way, I'm sorry. I did send you a message last night on Steam. I don't know if you saw the message. I sent you a message when you signed in the Marvel Rivals, and I said, I get it now. But I didn't mean that to be rude. All I meant it to be was like, now I understand where you're coming from. Yesterday, 4:49 p.m., Dr. Passmore. Oh, now I understand. What did I tell you? Also, I meant to hit you with an emoji, but for some reason, the only two emojis I have on Steam are poop and thumbs down. I don't know whether it was like a poop or a thumbs down sort of vibe. I didn't know. I think I spent Steam points on Isaac Poop back when it came out. By the way, you guys fucked me, and now my wife is mad at me because she told me to list my PUBG white sweatpants on Steam because they were like $30 a pair. And then I listed them, but it takes like 2 weeks for the hold to come off so they actually go to the marketplace. And in that time, I told you 100 times, guys, go to your Steam inventory. There's lots of shit in PUBG that's worth a lot of money. Go list it right now. And now the pants have tanked, man. They're at like $9 a pair because the supply is too high. But the problem is, they're worth nothing to me. So I don't care if I get $30 or $9 for them, but I can't just change the price. I have to delete the listing at $30 and put it back up at $9, but in doing that, I gotta wait 2 extra weeks for the fucking hold to come off again, man. They won't let you edit the price midstream. In that time, it could go back up to 30, exactly. It's flicking me, man. Me and Dan got a $500 H1Z1 mask at PAX East 2015 when we went out to eat at the hotel restaurant. What's crazy is that was from the era of packs where motherfuckers like me were saying some shit like, yeah, the swag bags used to be better. They used to put like a real pack of Magic cards in there. Now they just give you this, they give everybody the same promo, so there's too much supply. I didn't know, man. Same, apparently one of the PAXs we went to, they gave out, back when Riot still had to do marketing for League of Legends, there was a skin for a character in League of Legends that maybe came out of a swag bag in like 2012 or 2013 that apparently is now worth like $1,000 or something like that. It's worth $800. We do not have it. I threw the whole bag in the trash. And I threw it in the trash. That shit is Labor Day weekend. That shit was probably in the trash before I got back across the border. My planet killing king? I didn't print the fucking plastic trash, man. You gotta take that up with the marketing department. I didn't make the trash. They made the trash, and then I'm being moralized too when the trash ends up in the trash's house where it belongs? Wait, so by the way, chat, is this real? Someone in chat said, are you using the mass sell button on Steam for your trading cards? Is that real? Is there a button to sell all trading cards? Fuck, I shouldn't have said anything. It is, but it's a scam? How is it a scam? You can get a script that does it, but it takes a cut. That doesn't bother me at all. Right now, they're worth nothing to me because I'm not gonna go through the trouble of, because like to sell anything, I have to list it on Steam. Then they send me an email, and then I have to click yes in the email, and then I have to wait 2 weeks for the hold to come off of the listing. Just use the app? Yeah, but you have to be using the app for 1 week. Which, like, if I had thought about that shit a week ago, it wouldn't be a problem. But who knows if I'll even care about that shit a week from now. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Your job's gotten kind of weird, huh? No, this is. I'm sorry. I'm Flanderizing myself again. This is the base level. This is with all the shit stripped away. Like. I'm not trying to be too blunt, but like, I guess every other stream is so, there's accoutrements and RGB lighting and thank you for the gifted subscriptions and there's alerts and there's things that pop up on the fucking screen and there's inside jokes and yada, yada, yada. That's like the girlfriend experience. And you've gotten so used to the girlfriend experience, you're like freaking out that the streamer's just pumping your dick up and down. That's what the shit is about. That's what this website is about. That's what you're building on. The foundation is pumping your shit. And then everything else, the hugs and the pretend, ask me how work was today, that's the shit that's obfuscating the pumping. This is just pure pumping, and you're going, wow, this is weird. What the fuck did you think you were doing before? They were just looking you in the eyes while they were pumping up and down. And you thought that elevated it above the base level pumping? This is the website. This is the website. Somebody watching somebody else click a button and then either pogging or typing no based on the result. That's a no. Okay, then that's a pog. Okay, you've gotten the whole tutorial. You got the whole thing now. Now you could stay here. You could go anywhere else. Now you know what to do. Everything's a coin, man. I'm glad we didn't win on that. I wasn't ready. Phase Adapt is old now. The clan that makes you phase? M. Night Shyamalan? I don't really know what that means, but...